Hello people and welcome to 2019 of my first video, which is an origins video. Now I asked you which ones you want to see, Deadpool or Ant-Man, and you asked for Ant-Man. So today we will be talking about the origins of Ant-Man. Now there are three characters in Marvel Comics that have taken on the name of Ant-Man, but we're going to be focusing on the main one, the first one, Hank Pym or Henry Pym. We'll be focusing on issues 27 and issues 35. So sit back, get yourself a drink, and let's start. Just to astonish issue 27, we are introduced to Dr. Henry Pym, who has created a shrinking formula and uses it on a chair to discover how it works. He then decides that this would be beneficial to mankind, so tries it on a human. The first human he comes across is him, so he tries it on him. Unfortunately, it shrinks him much lower down than he anticipated, and he realised that the cure was on a windowsill high up. So he ran outside, shouting for help, and this caught the attention of an anthill nearby. The ants went to attack Henry, but he managed to run away and hide, and went into that anthill, where he slipped and fell into some honey. Luckily, he was saved by a friendly ant who helped him up, and he managed to fight his way out using jiu-jitsu, because he knows it, and he got his new friend to help him get up to the windowsill and use the formula on himself. After all this, he realised he was so scared by the experience that he actually destroyed the formula, and this was considered the end of Henry Pym until issue 35, where he realised that he overreacted a bit. So he recreated the formula, but in this time he became very obsessed with ants and was curious on how they communicated with each other. He discovered that it was with the antenna, so he created a helmet which would help him, and a suit which would protect him from ant bites and stuff. But during this time, communists invaded the lab to get a radiation machine that the scientists were working on. Hank Pym used his formula to shrink himself and went to the anthill and tried to get them to help. He did meet some resistance from the big ants, but he discovered in this time that his strength remained the same at the size of small, so he could still punch and do everything normally. But he managed to get the ants on his side and managed to lead them towards the communists. At this time, he caused them to have a distraction with the invaders, and they honeyed up the guns, and Hank Pym freed his scientists. When they were freed, they managed to fight back the communists, and Hank Pym went into his room and took his suit off and grew himself to normal size. Now, Dr. Henry Pym has had a very troubled stories in the comics. He created Ultron, the murderous machine. He beat up his wife, which was very unpleasant. He won an award once, but it was discovered that this version was a Skrull instead. But he was one of the original founding members of the Avengers. Hank Pym has recently become more known due to the films where he's portrayed by Michael Douglas, and is considered now one of the best members of the Avengers. So that's Hank Pym. Hey guys, I hope you liked that. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, go to my Facebook page, like that, because there'll be another poll to decide on who should be next. I also hear suggestions, so if you got any, comment down below who you would like to hear, and I'll see you next time on another video, and Happy New Year.